Hello, Facebook. This is Craig from Theater Folk, and we are at the North Carolina State Thespian Festival, and I'm here with Matt Webster, who you saw last week in Florida, and this is Chris Veneris.
Hello.
Chris is even seconds ago was putting out fires, handling this festival, and what I wanted to talk about on this one was like behind the scenes. What does it really take to run a festival? Because Lindsay and I come to these things, and you know, there's a table there, and we set up and we do our thing, and then at the end we go home. But you know, on the other side of that table, I know there's all sorts of other things that have to happen, and that's why I wanted to get Chris in here to talk about, you know, the pitfalls and the organization and planning, and how do you make all this happen?
It starts as soon, actually we've already started working on next year's festival as this festival is going on. It takes a full year to put on any of these festivals, from negotiating contracts with the space we're in, to hotels, to banquet managers, to finding workshop presenters like wonderful Theater Folk and a wonderful Drama Teacher Academy. Shameless plug.
How many kids do you have here?
We have this year 565 kids, which is a tremendous growth, being that we were just barely over 400 last year.
Wow. I think the biggest one we go to is around 7,000 kids. And
I don't want that.
I can't imagine the machinery involved in putting that together. Matt, you've run a festival, am I right?
I've run regional performance festivals through NCTC in North Carolina.
Any tips you can give us?
Organization is everything, and knowing what you need well ahead of time so you can start filling those slots and positions, whether it's with students, whether it's with volunteers, whether it's with paid workers. You need to have those people on board and locked in long before you get going, and then keep up with them. Make sure that they're still with you, still able to do the work, because one person can only do so much, and you need those other people around you who are committed to it, who know what's going on, and who are competent in doing the work.
And you've got a little team here too, Chris.
I do.
Yeah.
I have a wonderful board. Past chapter director CJ Breland is one of ours that is on my board, and she helps keep me sane because she's gone through all this before, and she did it before we even had a board in North Carolina. So now I have a very competent board with board-specific jobs, and it is just crazy. They are the greatest board. Like, they know what to do. They can put out fires. Like, I just saw one of my board members walk by like he needed me, and he knew I'm doing this, so he went to put out the fire for me because he loves me.
Any stories you can share? Any events that happened this weekend that were funny? Or
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We are switching from an all-paper to an all-paperless registration system, and there have been some hiccups, but the troop directors have been absolutely awesome, and have just been, okay, how can we fix it? And then we fix it, and they're happy with it. So that's probably the funniest thing was last night getting to the hotel, checking in, and then forgetting that I had to do a little short film presentation at 8 and almost going to bed and falling asleep in my hotel room, and then going, oh yeah, I got something to do. That's been the funniest that I can share.
And you were at school this week. You taught this week, right?
Yeah, I taught.
Till when? What was
Wednesday.
Still Wednesday. Yep. So, and then Thursday, you're just all of a sudden you're right into the
Thursday. All of a sudden into
things.
this. I've been lucky though. I have a student teacher this semester. So my student teacher from UNC Greensboro was actually really handling classes, so that I'm still doing the work with critiquing him and working with him and making sure he's got everything together, which he's awesome. So New Jersey, if you're looking to hire a teacher, David Anderson, you need to hire him. He's amazing.
I know some of the bigger conferences use an app called Guidebook. Have you seen this Guidebook?
We tried Guidebook 2 years ago, and for our festival at the time, it was just way too expensive.
Yeah, see, I don't know the pricing. That's why I only see it at like the ones with like 5,000 people.
Yeah.
And what's really nice about it is any schedule changes, anything that happens can be pushed out live into that. So it's not like, so you guys you have this book, your conference guide, but if anything changes, then with the Guidebook they can push it right out. Yeah, it's expensive, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's extremely expensive.
Right.
Even with the break that EDTA gets, it's still out of our price range for our festival right now, because right now we're more about, we try to have very little we really don't try to take in any money that isn't exactly used for our festival,
right,
to keep our costs as low as we can for all our participants.
Matt, do you have any stories to share about festivals?
The thing about the festivals is that there are so many opportunities for the kids, and the kids love it so much, and we do it for the students. Doing it for the students makes a lot of sense. Sorry, as Chris is like leaning.
Well, we're just outside some rooms where there's some IEs happening, so Chris is trying to make sure that the volume is kept to a dull roar to not disturb the kids who are performing.
But we do the work for the students. I mean, we're keeping the students quiet so the other students can perform. We provide as many opportunities as we can for the students, and that helps kind of take some of the edge off of the craziness and passing out at 8 o'clock at night and things like that. In the end, you're given a great opportunity and a great memory for the students, and that's what drives us. That's what makes us do it.
I think that's right. I think it's the focus on I'm sure you get caught up in the hairiness of everything that's going wrong, but you also can lose focus sometimes of everything that's going right, and that the kids that are here are finding a home, they're finding a place to express themselves, and they're finding
and meeting their peers and just soaking in it.
Seeing work that other schools are doing,
right.
Getting inspired to do something next year.
It's about education, ultimately. It's about these students getting a well-rounded education, and that theater is really kind of key for them to getting that well-rounded education, and being able to have competent feedback and from a different voice than that is their teachers. They hear me talk and critique all the time and add suggestions, but as soon as they get it from somebody else that's not me and they're willing to go, oh yeah, you've said that a bunch of times. I've heard that 100 times.
Lindsay says that all the time. She'll come in and do a workshop for someone, and the teacher will just be sitting in the corner nodding. Yes, I've told them this, I've told them. But they'll be listening to Lindsay because Lindsay's a special guest. But they'll have discounted everything the teacher's ever said. Well, thank you so much, Chris. I think 3 fires have cropped up while we've been sitting here. There's people frantically trying to reach you. So we're going to sign out from North Carolina.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.